Hi, I'm Nick from LinkSentry. LinkSentry is a link auditing tool that helps website owners discover and audit all external links on their website. You can audit your site today at linksentry.io, and there's also a link in the description. In this video, we're going to compare broken link checkers, see what are their strengths and their weaknesses, and how they compare against LinkSentry. This will not be an opinion video. We will be using a real demo site that has different kinds of broken and unwanted links, and we will see what each tool can discover. Let's first look at the demo site. This is our demo site. It is a simple WordPress site with 3 posts, and we can start from the bottom post. We have a link to a known malicious site. We have a link to a website with an expired TLS certificate. So if we were to click on this, our browser will give us a security warning. And we have additional links to websites that are not necessarily malicious, such as this one. It is a low ranking website that, depending on your website and if it's used for business or for a hobby, you may or may not want to be linking to, let's say, unpopular sites. We can go to the second post where we will see additional links, regular links, such as a link to Wikipedia, links to parking sites. These are domain names that are not hosting any real content. We will film a video in the future with a lot of details about how exactly parking sites work. But essentially, you're just gambling that your users will not be redirected to some fully malicious destination. At this point, you see that we were redirected to this arbitrary website, but a Windows user could very well actually see let's say, a fake antivirus screen and start downloading malware when visiting a parking website. So definitely not something that you want to be linking to. We have a link where we have forgotten the TLD. So that is a problem. That is a broken link. And then we have additional instances of broken links. In this case, we can click on this and we can see this domain just doesn't exist at all. Missing pages on this current site, and additional phishing sites. And finally, we can look at the top post where we see that this is a protected post and we have to type in a password in order to see this content. And what this simulates is the part of your website where users must log in before they actually see these pages, before they get access to these pages. So most sites have an authenticated component, e-commerce sites, forums, you can name it. The vast majority of sites are not just public pages. And here you have to provide these credentials in order to be able to look at this post. And once you actually start reading this post, then you can find additional bad links. We have another broken link on this page. We have a regular link to Amazon. And then we have a link to an adult website that I will not be clicking. And clearly, the vast majority of the sites on the web do not want to be linking to adult and otherwise not safe for work websites. So this is the contents of our demo site, and we will be asking 5 different tools to find broken and otherwise problematic links on this site. So without further ado, let's evaluate different broken link checkers and see how well they did on this site. The first one we will evaluate is available at brokenlinkcheck.com. It is a free tool unless you exceed a few thousands of URLs, at which point you will have to pay the creators of this tool. You can just type your website, type in a CAPTCHA, click on Find Broken Links. I've already done this, so you don't have to wait for this video. And you can see that in this case, we have the tool has discovered 5 different kinds of broken links. So we have some of the ones that I mentioned earlier, but clearly some are missing, right? So you may remember in our blog that once you actually access the authenticated part of the website, you get a link to this top secret confidential website, and this link is missing from here. And of course it's missing because the way that this tool works and all the other tools that we will show except LinkSentry is that they send crawlers over to your website to scan you, identify the links, and then check if the links are broken. So anything that is behind a registration wall, anything on a page that the crawler cannot straightforwardly find, will not be discovered. So in this case, you can see that the tool was able to find some broken links, but clearly many of the issues that I mentioned earlier are missing from this scan. Let's check the results of the second tool that we will be reviewing today. This is the dead link checker, available at deadlinkchecker.com. And you can see again that we asked this tool to scan our website. The tool is free to use, and it has a paid tier where they will scan your website regularly, every day, every week, every month. And you can see in this case that this tool actually found more broken links. So it found some of these that I showed you, and some of them were actually hidden in the content. So you see that we have an iframe that is trying to load a website that is broken. And we also have a script from, we're simulating an analytics company that went defunct. And we can review these on our test website. If you go back to the main page and we view source, you can see here this iframe that is trying to load this content from this host, and this host doesn't exist. And we also have a script that you can see right here. And again, this is a broken script, and it is much worse. Both of these are much worse than just broken links, because here you are pulling content from a site that doesn't exist. So attackers can just go ahead and register this domain or that domain, and but in this case, deliver malicious JavaScript to your site, leading to a cross-site scripting vulnerability. So this tool did significantly better, right? You can see here that there were 8 errors that the tool discovered, compared to the first one that only discovered 5. We can now go to our third tool, and this will be a quick one. This is the broken link checker from the Ahrefs platform. And you can see that it actually found 0 broken links on my site. And the reason for this is because Ahrefs doesn't do an on-demand scanning of your site. They generally crawl the web, and if they happen to crawl you, and if they happen to find broken links, they will keep them in a database. And if you ever ask them, they will tell you what it is that they have discovered. But in this case, you can see that it is not a tool that we can just request to use and then just get the results. So this tool is not useful to us at the moment. And we will therefore go to the fourth tool. This is the Doctor Link Check tool. And this is the only tool actually that also, in addition to flagging broken links, also flags some types of links with security consequences. And to objectively evaluate this tool, we have actually purchased the standard tier. So that is what we will be showing you right now. So here we have the demo site that's been scanned. And if we go to all issues, you see that it has discovered 6 issues. So it has done better than the first tool, but somewhat worse than the second tool. So we have the one with our missing TLD, and we have our malicious site that is just reported as host not found, and other types of host not found, including also our JavaScript file that we're trying to pull from a website that is not currently loading. So having reviewed these 4 existing really popular and free or freemium tools, we can now review LinkSentry. LinkSentry is a new tool that takes a very different and unique approach to discovering links. So LinkSentry offers link auditing, a much more holistic approach to discovering bad links, as opposed to just searching for broken links. So this is our site. And one of the unique aspects of LinkSentry is that it actually works using crowdsourcing. So when you make an account and when you register a website with us, we give you some JavaScript code, and then you take this JavaScript code and you put it on your site. So if we go back to our blog, we can view source. And if I search for LinkSentry, you will find here that the LinkSentry JavaScript has been deployed. And now this JavaScript is actually running on every single one of your users' browsers who come and visit their site. This means that we don't have to scan your website, we don't have to crawl your website, and we just let your own users tell us what links are being discovered on every single page. And the benefit of that is, of course, that we can therefore navigate websites regardless of how complex they are. And as your users are logging into your website, LinkSentry will be logging in with them. So therefore, we can discover all the links, even on the parts of your website that are not facing the public. So we can first look at our link explorer, which will tell you that on this demo site, we have discovered 26 links. And you can see exactly what these links are. This is immediately offering you value that you didn't have before, because you can see this one sticking out, and you can go ahead and just remove it from your website. But the true strength and the true power of LinkSentry is through its policies. So here we have our policies, and these are the policies that we have enabled for our demo site. We can detect broken links like everyone else, but we can do so much more. We can detect websites that redirect you elsewhere when you visit them. We can set block lists that are geography based or block lists that are domain name based. We will detect malicious links. We will detect not safe for work links, links to low ranking websites, links to park websites like the one I showed you. And we have an array of 15 plus policies that are available to our users. And therefore, now we can go to violations and we can focus on our demo site. And now you can see that we have 11 violations as opposed to 6 or 5. And we find much, much more than what previous tools find. So here we have our not safe for work website. And this website is violating our policy where we have stated that we don't want links to malicious and unwanted sites. We have all of the ones that were broken links, but also ones that are, for example, malicious. So if we focus here on this one, we will see that this link right here, it is a low ranking website, it is a malicious site, and it just so happens that at the moment that I'm recording this video is a broken link. So we would be detecting this as a bad link much before other tools could. And finally, so this is our parking website where you see that we have detected this as a parking website. And finally, we also have these low-ranking websites where you can just get alerts when we find links to websites that are benign, but are not necessarily popular. And therefore, you can review and assess whether these links belong to your site or whether they should perhaps be reconsidered and potentially removed. In conclusion, without resorting to opinions, I hope that it was clear that LinkSentry is a very different offering compared to existing broken link checkers. These are useful tools. They've been around for the last 15 or so years. And if you just want to do a quick and dirty analysis of your website, they work great. But if your website is complex, if you expect users to be logging in, if you have links that are pointing to unwanted sites, park websites, websites located in unwanted geolocations, they will not be flagged by these tools. In our case, LinkSentry will flag them for you. So I would encourage you to check us out. You can audit your website today at linksentry.io. Thank you for sticking with me today.